Premium Black News. Waiting on my guy, my co-host Ulric. Kind of got tired of waiting, so I went live. And we're gonna wait together. I don't mind waiting for Ulric. You know, he's at a school where, it's a charter school, so these teachers, they pay them more than the public school teachers, so they make them work so much harder. They're in there super early and they leave super late. The students have left hours ago. But I'm here with you. And we're waiting on Ulric. And today will be a good day. We're going to talk about a few things that have to do with relationships, family, some current events. We might talk about the Somali brick in the face. I'll put that brick in your face. Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna do with it? So we see that the alleged brick in the face is a liar. Something that I was saying a week ago, but Ulrich couldn't do the show, so no one knew about that opinion. And it's turned out that opinion is true. This woman, this scoundrel of a human being, has injected herself with saline solution. And because she's injected herself with the saline solution, she went into actress mode and started blaming men for not protecting her. And she was blaming black men for not protecting her being a black woman. Mind you, this is a Somali woman who probably doesn't even look at herself as black. She's a scoundrel. She perpetrated a fraud. And that fraud consisted of her injecting her face with saline solution, having her whole face swell up. Her eye never got I didn't understand why wasn't her eye blacked out from the hematoma, that it appeared to be a hematoma, but what was it really? It was really saline solution in different pockets of her face, just sitting there waiting to be either absorbed by the body in 2, 3, 4 weeks, or to be drained from her face, which the woman who allegedly drained her face called somebody and told the case, spilled the tea, so to speak. And there's a section of the show that I want to do where it's what we're not going to talk about. And that was part of last week's show. I was not going to talk about the Somali brick in the face. I put that brick in your face. Now what you going to do with it? Now what you going to do with it? So, somebody put that brick. She claimed that somebody hit her in the face with a brick. And I knew right away this was not making any sense. So we find out as time has allotted, this YouTube streets are undefeated. This woman has done this before, but just with makeup. 2 years prior, they found that information. And then we see that it's the same story. It's just this time her face is just extremely swollen. That's our guy. Something about Tupac Shakur from Something tribe sends blessings to you forever. Okay. Okay. I couldn't read that. It was too far. But I got a call from Ulric, checking to see if I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. But you know, it's all good. I'm in the same spot that I'm normally in. Yeah, so that's part of the segments that I want to do. I want to do a whole bunch of stuff that we're just not going to talk about. What we should be talking about is this guy from the TV show, That 70s Show, who was convicted of raping 2 women and given 30 years in prison, despite everyone fighting for his release and advocating for him to not be given such a harsh penalty or whatever the words are. I find that interesting that very few media outlets are discussing it or talking about it. I'm curious as to, did anyone lose their jobs, as far as did they take the show off of syndication? Will people now stop getting a check from this show because of the star that was involved in the show? Like, wow. But it definitely, I have to tell you, this is premium black news, and I wonder, could a black man with the level of success as this young man from That 70s Show, could a black man rape 2 women with that level of success and it not be televised? Because in order to get anything that happened in the courtroom, you would have to read the transcripts, which is nothing wrong with reading transcripts. I mean, come on. Reading transcripts has gone along, people have done that a long time. But in our day and age, most people are not going to read the transcripts. They're going to wait for someone to discuss it, like the news, and the news didn't. There was some news coverage, of course, but very, very little. This was not something that, there wasn't a media circus, let's just say that. No media circus on this rape. And then the allegations was that he was drugging women and raping them in his own home while his wife and kids were in the home, along with people partying, having a good time. He was sliding off, drugging women, raping them at his own parties. That seems crazy. Like, and then he's been convicted by it. Like, will he have the defense that they weren't jury of my peers? No one made more than 60 grand a year. I can't relate to these people. Could that be a reality? I don't know. What else were we going to talk about? I sent Ulric a few clips throughout the last 2 weeks. Maybe we'll just go through those clips until we get a better grasp on exactly where we're going to be doing the pod from. And scheduling, of course, is going to be a huge deal. Where is it? Where are we going to be doing it? Like, as far as like timing and stuff like that. Because Ulrich has to be up so early in the morning to get here. It's like, we don't have a lot of time to do the pod. And then there's so many things required of these teachers in these charter schools. But these are just the minor hiccups that happen during the potting world, in the potting world when you're trying to make it happen on a weekly basis. Twice a week would be even better, If I could get this show done twice a week and, my week has been great. 10 times better than the previous 2 months, where the last 2 months I have been doing everything I can to keep it together for the family, and we did. And LJ has helped tremendously. So without LJ doing as much as she's doing, it would definitely be a little more difficult. Kids seem to be okay. Yo, my son's bicycle, the brand new one. 2 weeks ago, I just took a video of him riding the bike, and I told him to do the bunny hop. I did a short. Well, that bicycle has been stolen. He only had the bike for 2 weeks. It's a huge epidemic. Look at Ulric just walked right by me. He's like, I don't see him. Look, and he walks by me again. Don't call me. Don't do it.
Yo, I dead ass missed it.
I watch you walk back and forth.
Listen,
What's up, man? I'm live right now. Look. Boom, you're live. Candid camera over here.
What's the haps, Caps? How y'all feeling?
So, I'm picking up the Ulric.
Unbelievable. That's the love I get when I come in after
Freudian.
a long day
of
work.
It was Freudian. You're like the last guy there.
Huh?
Are you the darkest guy in there?
No.
Leaving last? Is that what they're doing here?
No, I'm not. Trust me. There's a lot of people still up. We actually had there's some responsibilities that I was actually supposed to do, and they were gonna check before I left. And I'm like, I'm not staying any longer. Like we had to get our room straight, because our room, they always take a look at our rooms, and if it's not as far as rooms clean, but right, they want specific decorations in a specific way. I'm like, I'm not an interior decorator. So I just like kind of if anything, I'm rebellious on is
holiday
that
season. Is this like pumpkins have to be on the wall?
No, it's asinine nonsense, because they want all of a sudden out.
Sorry to cut you off. Is this person part of your school?
I don't know. I need to see her inhale. Is she alive?
Yeah, she is alive. She seems a little plastic, but very intrigued.
I don't know. Back up a little bit. No, I don't know that lady.
I'm gonna hit the drop.
No, stop. I don't know that lady. No, she does. First of all, she's in a tank top. She doesn't go to my school.
No, she has a sweater over it. She's interesting. She's almost like beautiful.
I don't know about that, but sure.
But it's just like this silhouette going on.
Speaking of beautiful, you look fresh to death, Elvis.
Thank you. Do I? A collar shirt. That's all it takes, right?
Yeah, it's the white collar. And
the white collar shirt. Right. And what about the glasses?
Oh, maybe that stood out too. I never noticed because you always have wearing glasses. I don't know. I can't differentiate. But the glasses are flat. Maybe it was a.
Right. It's a combo. I hit you with the combo.
See, I didn't even know what hit me. I didn't even notice the glasses. See. And I see now you got that sticky thing working perfectly.
I have not touched it since we put it up.
Yeah.
I've touched it like me and the kids watched the movie, the Equalizer. We went to see Equalizer 3, and then I said, well, let's backtrack and see the Equalizer 2 and 1. So we watched 1 first, and they liked it, and now 2 we didn't get a chance. We watched like 25 minutes, and then it goes away after 48 hours. I will have to re-rent it It's like $3.99 rental.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. Sometimes I just buy it for $10 because I'd rather have it than have to keep renting it if I just can't commit to watching it. So we've seen the first one, which
Wait, what is the Equalizer first? I don't even know.
The Equalizer is with Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is this ex-CIA agent that has faked his death in order to retire. His wife doesn't even know that he's dead, and his wife is something that they
doesn't know that he's alive.
That he's alive. Sorry,
gotcha.
Because they make reference to him like, your funeral was beautiful. His handler, who was in charge of that basketball.
Those are my kids.
I got out the way of that basketball. Well, his handler said, your funeral was beautiful, and even made a reference to that he should tell his wife, like it's been so long, he's been off the grid, that he could he should go try to bump into her or talk with her. But he refuses to. There's this thing where he's reading. She wrote down 100 books that you have to read. So throughout the series 1, 2, and 3, he's up to like 99, 98 of this 100 book list. And this is just background story that they don't really get into at all, really. It's just, I'm hitting you with I'm giving you like the meats and the potatoes over here of this show.
Gotcha.
Whereas, it's riddled in violence, and it's riddled in unrealistic situations where a man goes up against 4 or 5 guys in a room, trained killers, and casually just kills everyone.
It's like a shoot 'em up.
No, not Bang Bang. It's more
like the movie Shoot 'em Up. It's some movie you
It's
like.
more John Wick.
John Wick is John Wick was Shoot 'em Up was before John Wick. It was with Clive Owen.
Right.
And it was with Paul Giamatti. It was one of the original. It was pretty good.
Clive Owen and Paul Giamatti. I like Paul Giamatti.
Yeah. And Clive Owen's the guy in it. Yeah. He was the guy in Children of Men.
Yeah, Children of Men. I remember that
great
movie. Yeah. Children of Men was good.
But so it's like to shoot him. So it's kind of a unbelievable kind of.
Guy
always wins.
But
it was entertaining.
He had this thing where he surveys the room with this analytical killing machine's eye. It's a human eye, but this eye of his is so analytical and so able to just pinpoint all that's going to be necessary, and then he times it in his mind. It's a pretextual timing, and then he presses his Timex, and he'll say like 30 seconds. And then when it's all said and done, he'll look at the time and see that he was off by 2 or 3 seconds. He get a little older, that kind of thing. But let me just say this.
Yeah.
He did not age well in the last since 2014 to 2023. When he did this, he did the first movie, or was released in 2014, Equalizer 1. Now, Equalizer 3 in 2023. Ooh, Denzel Washington, respectfully, has aged horribly. He's aged like a white woman, almost.
But he's still better looking than his son, though, right?
I never compared him and his son. I don't even know who his son is.
His son is what is his
that
name?
short guy.
He was in a bunch of stuff. He was in what was it? Malcolm and Marie, not Malcolm and Marie. He was in that corny Netflix black and white thing with Zendaya. He was in that movie.
Netflix black and white.
I know
thing.
what movie you saw. The one where they all talk like white people. They pretend to talk like white people to like trick people. They were like calling the hotline and they made a white voice to trick people. It was like some black power movie.
You just thought I knew that one.
No, because it's a movie.
I know the one you know.
No, because it's a movie. It's along the lines of what's that called? Sorry to bother you. There's somebody. There's somebody cloned Denzel.
Oh.
It's that same. Somebody cloned Tyrone. See, look at it. I didn't even remember. Maybe
so
somebody knows that.
It's some sort of blaxploitation movie I should be aware of.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for marginalizing me and putting me in this box, because I haven't seen any of these movies you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, come on.
No, I'm just looking at her walking with the computer. So funny how like she's so nerdy. She's nerdy everywhere at all times. But I digress from that. The movie was okay.
It was all right.
It was okay. There was some sort of love interest that Denzel had. He's in an Italy town. He's in this Italian town, and it's in part 3. And the woman that is almost like some sort of love interest, she's like the darkest woman there. It's like they just spray tanned her so bad. I'm like, we supposed to, I guess because her skin is darker, we supposed to believe that this can happen. Like, wow.
Wait, what could happen?
Like he'll smash.
Oh, he'll
like they'll have a love.
Because Denzel
romantic.
is so I guess eroded would be the word.
Eroded, right? He'll do the guy's eyes, his face, his hands. He looks 25. He looks 35 years older than the fucking first movie. Which 25. He looks over 20.
I'm gonna look him up because I haven't even heard about Denzel Washington in years. Denzel Washington, 2023.
He's not aged well.
Is that why he hasn't been? What? He looks the same.
Okay.
This is him, right? This is correct?
Yeah, let me see. Click it. No, he don't look like that.
That's about 2023. Oh. He's just bald now. He does look... bald isn't really his look, though. I'll say that much. Is he still bald in the movie?
I don't remember. First one, no. Third one, this latest one, what was he wearing? He did wear a hat a few times. He put on a fedora.
Yeah, I think he still looks like Denzel Washington to me.
I mean, he still look like Denzel, but if you look at the third movie and look at the first movie, and then you find out it's only 8 years apart. Whoa.
That's probably, what is he, like 60 something now?
I don't know how old he is, but he does not like, the last 8 years been rough. It's been a rough 8 years. And I say that respectfully. I like Denzel.
I do think, do you think it's possible there's one age where you age like 10 years in 1 year? So that's...
One would believe not. You know, well, Denzel Washington
has to be like 70 now, though, or something.
Maybe, I don't know. Yo, dude, I'm about to be 50 years old in the next few weeks. Next 2 weeks.
Uh-oh. Happy almost birthday. You feel any kind of way towards it?
Not really.
In other words, are you feeling anything potentially like, damn, ain't looking back at 50 years? Or is it more like just indifferent? Just like it's just another year.
I noticed, I know that, you know, there's a certain number of monies that the average American should have in like in their emergency fund, you know, and you know, I find comfort in knowing that I at least have that.
See, that's good. I don't think anybody can really say they have an emergency fund, especially in New York.
Right. So, you know, there's little things like that make me feel better. You know, I got a lot of money in the stock market. That kind of makes me feel better than having...
You have 2 beautiful kids. You got a wife.
Kids, yeah. Got the wife, got the kids, 50 years old. It's all good.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not.
Come on, you got. What are you talking about?
Yeah, come on, tell me more. Make me feel better. Come on, tell me more. I need this. Tell me more.
What's it called? You're a handsome 49-year-old. What's it called? And you got the drip. This is what actually multiple people said. Who's that guy who picks you up with the drip? With the drip. With the drip. With the drip.
What do you mean? Tell me the situation.
So the drip is. So this happened multiple occasions.
I know what drip is.
This happened at Boys Club. And this happened once here. This happened once here.
That someone somehow came across my picture.
No. Came across you specifically. So that guy changing his tire. Remember we saw him before?
Right.
He noticed you.
He noticed me?
Yeah. He didn't say it in a.
He noticed me while he was there. He was aware of his surroundings.
But he didn't. But let me clarify. He didn't use drip. He doesn't speak like that.
Right.
What he talked about. I don't remember the words he used, but he used adjectives of debonair or something like that. Right. But other people.
I probably had a scarf on.
Yeah, but the other people said, just who's that guy picking up with the guy with the drip?
Right.
So look, you got plenty of stuff to be happy about turning 50.
Turning 50, man. I always knew it was going to happen.
How many people live to 50? I don't think that's as common as you think. I don't know.
Well, 60 is the problem. 50 is easy to get to. It's the 60 and the 65 for the black man with the heart pressure, the high blood pressure and all that kind of stuff.
I'd be happy if I lived to 50. I'd be
Don't say that. Ulric.
No,
you
no,
like super
no,
immature.
No, I'd be
You're
happy.
gonna make it to 50, dude.
No.
There's no way out of it. You're gonna make it.
I mean, I'd be
reckless
maybe that's the wrong word. That's the
driver.
wrong word. I'd be grateful. I'd be grateful just that I've lived 50 years.
Right.
Not that I didn't mean it by saying I'm surprised because I'm doing all this kind of dumb stuff.
Right.
I know to that extent. I'm hard on my body. You know, I have been years ago really hard on my body.
You mean
even
liver?
this year? No, I've been hard on my body.
What part of your body other than your liver?
My kidneys. My heart, my lungs. I do a lot of splits when I turn up, so that can't be good for my knees. You know, because
you do full splits.
No, I do that split where you hit the
I've seen you do that. I've seen you do that split.
And I actually feel in my knees a little, you know. I don't know.
Well, you should stretch before you go out to the bar. You should stretch right before you get in the bar. Just do 5 minutes of stretching.
Dude, first of all, that bar life you experienced, that bar life has changed, man. That bar life has gotten scarce. That bar life has gotten scarce, man.
Oh, here's a question: are you masked up in the classroom?
Please, no.
Oh,
I don't even know why I'm saying please, as if I wouldn't have to do that. But no, we're not.
All right, because that's the new thing now. I went to a spot in Chinatown today, and everyone was all masked up.
Okay, so at my old job, which is also in China, where is it?
Where's your
is that
old
Chinatown?
job? No, that's not Chinatown, but
it's
it was a huge Chinese community though.
Yeah, so a lot of the kids were just masked up, just like even though they didn't have to be.
I know that. This is what I'm trying to say. Even though you don't, here's the thing: they are pushing it now because there's 2 places I went to there. I went to that because of when I got arrested last month. They had told me that I have to check in with a person, some sort of check-in system.
Gotcha. Isn't that like probation?
No, it's like because there's no bail in New York like that. Gotcha. New York has taken away most of the bail.
Cash bail.
There's no cash bail. So they said, now I have to report to some person. And I told the person, I said, listen, I'm going to be very, very honest with you, and don't take this personal, but I'm not going to be the easiest person to get along with. I'm not into, telling people how my day's been that I don't know, that I'm, just because of
Wait, he said that to you, or you said that to them?
Because of some court system,
Yeah.
So the last time I went to court is when they dropped one of the charges, which was the most egregious charge, which they said, and they claimed that a police officer, he got a boo-boo on his elbow. It was a boo-boo. They kissed the boo-boo, and it went away. And it's like, dang, why you kiss that boo-boo? Wasn't supposed to kiss that boo-boo. It was supposed to be there, so they couldn't prove that there was anybody got hurt. And the person and the officer said, "I'm not hurt," 100 times. They were like, "You are
police
hurt."
Officer, that's a serious ass charge. If that
yeah, but you have to assault.
That would be battery on a police officer.
You learn in junior high school that you cannot even assault the damn security guard at your high school or junior high school, because you find out that it's just like assaulting a cop and you go to jail for man. So we all know that you can't hit a cop from long time ago. It's not something that just why would I put my hands on a cop? That's just the stupidest thing in the world for anybody to do anything like that. I just don't see it happening. So they fabricated that. They said that while they were arresting me for trying to hitch up my property, without, aren't I allowed a certain amount of time to hitch up and leave?
You're not wrong. You're right.
I mean, you're saying I can't leave. I can't leave.
Good.
And when I tell you, what are you talking about? And I continue to go about what I'm doing, and then you jump on me and arrest me. Then somebody hurt their elbow in the process of being, causing tyranny on me. Well, anyway,
No.
So that I don't know why I referenced that. I said, remember when I got arrested? That was with the question. What was I saying?
Shit. What were we talking?
I don't even know. But I digress from all that crap. But it was referencing the timeline and something that has happened.
Gotcha.
So a couple of people asked a question here.
I saw you Perkins from afar.
Hey, David.
What's up, LJ?
Hey, Christopher Perkins. Your glasses are pure fire. You look even more brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
You are the guy. Wait, are you guys going to discuss Aaron Rodgers' injury?
Oh, we're not a sports show.
Who's Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers was a quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. He just recently got traded to the Jets, and it was a big thing because he was on the Packers for like almost like
8 years.
No, like more than that, like long. He was the guy who came out in after Brett Favre left. After Brett Favre wasn't the quarterback, he was the quarterback.
So Brett Favre leaves. This guy comes in. Did he ever get a ring?
Yeah, he got one ring, and he went to 2 Super Bowls. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. It's hands down one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Probably easily top 5. But his fact that he hasn't had a good offensive line, the people who block for the quarterback to be able to throw. So
it's their fault.
No. But regardless, he's been successful. He has one of the most, and I think he had 3 MVPs or 2 MVPs. So among the most, barely anybody has 2 MVPs. Player. So Aaron Rodgers is a big deal, and him tearing his Achilles, his career, and he's an older guy, especially in football. He's like,
How old is he?
I think he's 38, 39.
Okay.
I can double check that.
No,
but he's an older guy.
We don't need to know all the facts.
But he's very old, and there was Rodgers coming. So now, unfortunately, the Jets, which is more of a New Jersey team than New York team, but they have no hope left.
So New York, the New York Jets just got a guy whose Achilles is dead?
No, they just traded for Aaron Rodgers, who's, even though he's older, he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
What happened with his Achilles?
In the first game of the season, and this is from.
Wait a minute, the Jets get the guy, and in the first game
of the season,
his Achilles goes.
It was it was not the first. It was like it was the first quarter.
First quarter of the first game.
Yeah, first quarter, first game.
Wow.
But they won the game in overtime.
I know the bookies were going crazy.
Yeah.
My God, that must have been an interesting weekend. Did it happen Monday night or did it happen Sunday?
I think Sunday, because I don't even remember when I looked at it.
Right.
But I always go to like the Bleacher Report just to keep, because I don't really watch sports that much anymore, except for like playoffs and stuff like that.
Right.
Parents' mom's calling me. I don't know why, but I don't really watch the sports as much until the playoffs. But I always keep up like on the Bleacher Reports and the sports stuff, just see what's happening.
Yeah, I know nothing of sports.
Yeah.
I don't have time to watch these babies. This is your job. Shut up and play the game. That's my attitude.
Yeah.
So I'm not into like the politics in sports. I don't get it. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think you should be protesting when you're playing a game. I agree. None of that stuff doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. If you work for me, you better not do that.
Fully agree.
Or else you're fired. Not fired or suspended or whatever. You can't put on different shoes. You can't put on different shirts.
Yeah.
You can't do none of that
players
stuff.
actually think they're being oppressed by that. People think they're oppressed by that makes no sense.
That's crazy.
Now, all right, I'll say this thing. The UFC, before they had a deal with Reebok, they were able to, anybody can just place patches on your stuff, but they would make crazy money off it. Now UFC has kind of a fixed salary, so people are not making the same money at all.
You're talking about the fighting?
Yeah, your Ultimate Fighting Championship. So fighters used to just have patches everywhere, patches up, which is
different, like sports betting and all that stuff. Right?
Not even sports, just advertise. They like you, they'll put a Dawn soap on your chest or something like that. So, but then when they had UFC they had a bunch of mergers, and then they're like, all right, in order to make money, we need to make an exclusive shoe deal. Like for the company to make money, we need an exclusive shoe deal. They eliminated all the UFC's potential earnings potential. So just like almost every other career, if you're not at the top, you're not really making, you're making a tough living, man.
Dang.
Yeah. They like solid fighters probably get like maybe $50,000-$60,000 a year. That's like a pretty good fighter with that, their name, and their name already on television. So that's tough.
That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So in that sense, I get why the UFC fighters were angry.
It's interesting how you drew in UFC while we were talking about the NFL. Why did that happen?
Because you talked about we're talking about players being mad about having to wear certain shirts. And I said, I agree, or having to wear certain sneakers, or you have to wear the team stuff, or you have to wear. So the earning potential changed dramatically in UFC when it went to, for some people, unable to make a living to making a living.
Right.
Being Ultimate Fight. So in that sense, I got it.
Insanity.
Yeah.
That's insanity. Yeah. That's insanity. But there's a huge push for the have and the have-nots. And if you're not thinking outside the box, then you will not have. If you're thinking inside the box and you're trying to follow all the rules, you're gonna have to, like you said, you're gonna have to be like the top guy in order to win.
Yeah.
To be that outlier. Let me see if anyone else asked the question. Okay. So I guess we did talk about what we thought we wasn't going to talk about.
What was that?
When he said, "Are we going to talk about the Ryan injury?"
Oh, yeah. I mean, there could be more context to that, but since I'm not.
He had a new movie coming out.
I think he's referring to Denzel Washington.
At the end of the month, okay. And then that's Christopher Perkins. Thank you, and we appreciate you. We got LJ. Hey, Ulric. That's LJ.
How you doing?
Tell them something good.
Tell me that you love me. Yeah. Yo, that song is fire, by the way. I discovered it recently.
Yeah. Tell me something good.
Bow, bow.
Tell me
that you like it, yeah.
That's a great song.
Yeah, very fire. I'm a big Shaka Khan fan. Shaka Khan's hit the whole Rufus, the band, excellent band.
Nice.
Yeah. But also, how you been this week? How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been alright.
Yeah.
It's been alright. Nothing to write home about, It's kind of, it's been okay. Nothing stands out. Even though I did spend it with my family, so that's good, Spend it with my kids. So we're all going to read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's the book we're going to start reading, The Richest Man in Babylon. We're going to read it as a family kind of a thing.
That's cool.
And then see what happens. I'm excited. So we got that,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
You could have fooled me.
Can I tell you why I'm a little bit of I might seem a little melancholy today?
Yeah.
Because my son's bike got stolen yesterday.
Oh,
the brand new bike that I just bought him. It wasn't brand new. It was a month old. Some kid got the bike.
I'm so brand new.
The mother buys the bike for the son, and then the son cries to the father about the bike, and the father upgrades so the mother spent $350 on the bike, right? And then the father says, all right, I'll get you the bike you really want, and spends $700-800 on the kid's bike. So the mother sells me the bike. I get the bike. She wanted like $200. I gave her $150, or maybe $160. So we got the $350 bike. It was a month old, $160, and the kid upgraded the spokes. He put the neon little things around the spokes, and the bike looked really, really good. So I go to Home Depot. I buy a 3-foot chain so that my son can wrap the chain around his waist and then I bought a nice padlock. And I didn't give him a key because I know he's gonna lose the key because he keeps losing keys. That I gave him the combination one that goes in the bottom of the lock. But
Yeah.
it's a really, really good lock. It's like, you know.
I know those locks that you have to. It's like a 4 or sometimes 6 number thing that you got.
Right.
Which that'd take forever to steal.
Right, and it was like, you know, really, really thick, and he was able to lock it. You know, the kid got it for 2 weeks, man. It just.
How they get to it?
I had it locked up outside the house, and they came with a blowtorch or something. I don't know. They got it. You know, I teach my kids the streets gotta eat. You know, I teach them the streets gotta eat. But man, it hurts. As the father,
That's messed up.
oh man, it really hurts, man.
I'm sorry, man.
So he said he doesn't even want a bike. He said, Dad, I don't even want a bike because there's no room for us to bring it in the house. So I don't even want a bike to leave locked up. Because I was thinking I was just gonna get a GPS to put on the bike, and you know, there's a way you can put a GPS into the frame of the bike.
Oh, that's insane.
You know, you have to.
Pretty decked out.
Yeah, you have to put. You know, you have to. Maybe you could put it in where the seat post goes. You take that part out, and it'll slip in there. But then you have to remove it every like couple of weeks just to recharge it. It's like, you know, yeah. And then I think there's like a little tiny, like little antenna that sticks out from, like, it looks like a wire.
Okay.
So maybe it might be a deterrent. People say, whoa, he got the GPS. Or maybe they just throw aluminum foil over and start laughing and still take your bike.
Does that work?
I don't know. I just thought that up as I said.
I mean, that sounded real.
Right. I know, you know, and I got that because I know boosters. They used to have those booster bags where people would be boosting all kind of things, you know, like clothing and you know, they go to they'll go to not supermarkets, but they'll go to like clothing stores, department stores, and they'll put it in a bag that's lined in aluminum so that the thing won't ring.
That's interesting. I did not know that was a thing.
Did you ever in your life boosted, like, you know, an article of clothing? Come on.
No, never close.
Never?
When I was a kid, we would take Haagen-Dazs ice creams, those nice long little bars from
the bars, not the pints?
No, the bars. Because we would literally take it on our way from school. Because in the grade I'm teaching, like 6th grade, 7th grade, I walked to school. 5th grade too. And like literally, we would go into the store, put it in our shirts like that or something, or put it in our pants.
Wow.
And I was but I remember I was the one who would always be bold enough to take the ice cream. They would take other shit, but I would always go for the Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Right.
So yeah, but when it came to boosted clothes, not too shabby.
Wow.
Not too shabby at all.
That's a grade A right there.
I mean, okay, grade A. I don't know about grade A.
Grade A is it's like a meat reference.
No,
We're objectifying her.
No, yeah, but but no, I'm saying just not. I'm not saying no to the objectifying. I'm saying no to
the grade A reference.
Yeah.
What are you saying? It's choice. It's not prime.
No.
That's not Wagyu we're looking at.
That is top choice rib. That is top choice rib. But that's not top. Wait, it's ranked
top round.
Oh, is choice a good one?
Choice is okay. Yeah.
No, all right? What's the better one in this analogy? I don't know meat.
Prime.
So it's not. No. This is top. This is top of the bottom.
This is choice.
Yeah, top of the bottom.
Top of the bottom, which is choice.
Yeah,
which is over Chuck. She's over Chuck.
Yeah. It'd be like I don't want to make the references might just be more insulting to our viewers or something.
You don't want to insult the viewers
with
an analogy that you've never done before. It's your first time using the meat reference analogy.
No.
So
I wasn't
not that bad.
No, I was gonna use it because I don't know if you have people in the Bronx, but she's like, you know, she's the Bronx Madonna or something like that. But you go outside, you completely changes. And I mean Madonna, not the painting. The painting.
Yeah, the painting, not the singer.
Yeah, not the singer. But if she left the Bronx, that would completely change.
Right. It was definitely.
Was that snobby?
No, that's a good point because it was definitely prime though, and it was Wagyu for the Bronx.
It was Wagyu good.
Wagyu was like super good.
What was that meat that one time LJ made? It was absolutely
prime,
delicioso.
No, that might have just been Chuck.
No.
That might have just been Chuck, but it was from Whole Foods. You know, they got such great beef.
I mean, that's still the best burger I ever tasted. And I'm not a burger eating guy.
No, we make the best burgers.
You said we trying to take some credit.
Yes, I take all the credit for LJ's amazing cooking skills. If LJ and I would have never met, she would never be the chef she is today. That's a fact. She would be throwing sazon.
You are the chef.
And she would be putting sazon and barbecue sauce on the boiled chicken.
Barbecue.
And then put it in the oven for 30 more minutes.
Yeah, that shows the cook I am. That sounds like it would work.
That's the kind of cook
that
you
sounds
are,
like
right?
It would work.
Yeah. We're like, wait, just boil the chicken and I put the barbecue sauce and put it in the oven.
That makes sense.
That makes sense to me. Yeah. So, thank God I'm in her life. Yeah, man, but so, that's kind of like brought me down, man, the stealing of my son's bike. It brings out that, it's this rage in you that you just want to like protect your family and not have them be these victims. But they are learning, my kids are learning that the streets got to eat. And there's just certain things, if they want it, they're going to get it. Because if they can't get it with a blow, if they can't get it with a cutter, they're going to come with a blowtorch. If they can't come with a blowtorch, well, blowtorch might be a little extreme, but they're going to come with at least, what's it called, saw? What's those saws? One of those
chainsaw?
One of those circular saws?
Oh, no.
They call those elbow, like...
oh, no, those crazy things. No, those are big and terrifying.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, but not the ones that cut trees, the ones that cut metal. And, it'll take 2 minutes to get the thing.
Yeah. She loses one more second. I'm not a big fan of heavy machinery. Just asking for an accident.
So my week was okay, but that kind of ruined my week. Them stealing my son's bike. And then he was just like, I was right away going to just run and get him another bike. And he says, Dad, I don't even want a bike. He was like, because it's like, if they want it, they could get it. And I'm like, you're right, son. It's like you got to keep your bike in your house. You got to keep it inside the house. And there's nowhere for me to keep it. Maybe if we put it up against a wall or something like that, but it's just very frustrating. And he took it really well. Because the last situation we had, the day I got arrested, his bike was stolen by the person we were parked next to. They did whatever they did. But, that's a lawsuit soon to happen anyway, so I don't even want to get into that. So then I got him another one. I got him a better bike. I upgraded him, nicer bike.
Okay.
And it's gone. You got to walk your dog, correct?
Yeah, I got to walk. I mean, if we're doing the show and we want to go through the show and then have it, I don't know. I'd be open to that.
So, like, you don't have to be walking your dog in the next 30, 40 minutes?
So, if he can do 30, 40 minutes, I could definitely do it. Or even an hour. Because usually our shows go much longer. That's fine.
See, when we over here, this was a good spot.
Yeah. When we had the three people, it was like 2 hours, 3 hours all the time. Have you got a chance to talk to DB?
Oh, I actually did talk to DB the other day. And he was involved in some crowdfunding. So I know he was doing some sort of crowdfunding collaboration, and I was like, helped out as much as I could. And that's like the most we talked. Even though I did see 2 missed calls from him from the previous week, when all this debacle happened, I kind of wasn't. picking up my phone. I wasn't that available.
He was the one who told me about your arrest.
Right.
Well, speaking of that, I was thinking of random of a Premium Black News panel one time, if you ever just somehow one time with all four of us.
With the
table.
That'll be great. Yeah. That'd be great.
That'd be interesting. Just as a special episode, the Premium Black News special.
Right. Premium Black News. We are here.
We're some Premium Black dudes.
Let me see what's being said here. Okay. Thank you. LJ is just having a good time. Laugh out loud. We don't even know what sport I was about to say. Laugh out loud. We don't even know what sport I was about to say.
Who said that?
That's LJ. Heck yeah. Are you going to countersue the police department? Of course. I just gotta wait for this case to be dropped. I go back to court on the 2nd of what is this called? On the 2nd of October, which is one day after me being 50, my 51st birthday. I mean my 50th birthday, the day one of that. I go to court on the 2nd. So my birthday's the 1st. I go to court on the 2nd, and I don't know if they're gonna drop the charges or whatever have you, because the charges are disorderly conduct, which cops can't give you no disorderly conduct. Stop it. And then the other one is interfering with an officer in his duty to, like his official capacity. Like I'm out here being a cop, doing my cop thing, and you out here trying to, bring chaos to that. So in the process of that, we're going to lie on you a lot. Here we are. Damn. So I look forward to whatever happens. So here's the thing. When I went to that spot to check in, once a month I got to go and talk to somebody. And he was like, how are you? How was your week? I said, it was all right. What was up with you? How was your week? What did you do? He was like, oh, well, I went here and did this. And, oh, okay, great. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to get lunch. I'm like, well, what are you going to eat? What are you going to? So, I just turned it around and just interviewed him.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's, not on some like narcissistic way.
No, but I get it. I don't like to be asked a lot of questions.
Yeah, I don't even know you. That
kind of annoys the crap out of me.
I don't even know.
I know what you're talking about.
Somebody called me randomly the other day on some, we had gotten your number because you were arrested and we want to know, could we help you? And I was like, what are you offering? And they were like, well, we don't know. We'd like to be able to point people in the right direction for assistance and stuff. So I said, okay, great. I need an attorney that's going to expunge my felonies from when I was 14 years old and when I was targeted as a child. And she's like, oh, I don't know. I could do that. I was like,
you can't really help me.
Please don't.
Going to give me a phone number? I can Google it.
Yeah. Exactly.
These resources. They're probably a non-profit. They probably get money for this now.
Of course, not-for-profit.
They just don't do anything.
Yeah, that's why I got to get my non-for-profit going, because I got a good one. I got one that's going to definitely, people will be at the door. I call it Love Childs.
Love Trials or Childs?
Love Child.
Love Child.
Love Child.
Okay. What's that mean?
Love Child is for people that are children of side pieces. So if you're a child, you know who your father is, right?
Yeah.
And you also know that he has another family and that your mother is the dirty, rotten tramp that you need to learn how to apologize to, because she thought it was cute to have a baby from this man who was probably a hustler or who was just a politician.
Wait, are we referring back to what we talked about a couple weeks ago on Premium Black News with the guy who had 8 baby mothers or 6 babies mothers?
I don't know, but this is something
Sorry.
this is something I've been working on for years. This is when I was telling you that my cousin who does the grant writing, she said it was a good idea.
That's got you.
Yeah,
I
you know,
thought,
you can't get her to say anything is a good idea. This
right.
woman is a contrarian to the 10th power. She's a contrarian, and when you say her name, there should be an orchestra behind her that goes. There should be a whole orchestra for her. And yeah, so it's basically, it's all about side pieces. So if you are the result of a parent who was a side piece, then it's a good chance we got room for you here. And what it's going to provide is going to provide home economics. Yeah, right, because you know most side piece chicks don't know how to cook. They just know how to go out and party and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be massive home economics. So we're going to have food. We're going to have all food, cooking, how to organize your refrigerator, vegetables, where the vegetables go in the crisper. People don't even know where the eggs go. They just keep the eggs in the carton still.
Yeah, I do. What like, is a crisper?
Yeah. The crisper is where you put, like, you know, your lettuce and your vegetables and stuff like that. That's those little clear drawers. You know, you got a clear drawer in your refrigerator, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On the bottom, there's a clear drawer.
Yeah. All right, I do put vegetables there. Yeah.
Right. And then, you know, what goes in the back, you know, the back is the coldest. And then we're also going to have, so it's going to be home economics, but all things home economics, including even learning how to fold your bed, like make a bed. A lot of these girls.
Hospital corners and stuff like that?
I don't know, possibly, you know, but learning how to make your bed, learning what a duvet cover is, learning what curtains are, learning what these things are. Women, they take it for granted. They're so busy, you know, lining up their shoes against the wall that they don't even know anything else. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of cleaning, cooking, home economics, and therapy. 7 days a week, like where 7 therapist rooms are going to be lined up, and people going to have a whole curriculum of the therapy that's needed for the person who is being raised by the side piece.
Oh, for the person, not the side piece. I thought they're. So
no, this is for the children of side piece. This is just for children of.
But they wouldn't be taking home economics. The side piece would need to take home.
No, because these children of the side pieces, they all, you know, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, something like that.
So just therapy only for therapy for the children to help them reconcile with the fact that they're with a mother who doesn't know how to cook, and they're without fathers.
Word. Or they might know their father, but their father only shows up for their birthday.
Gotcha.
Their father always shows up the day after Christmas. The day after Valentine's Day is when they get to see the father. It's because they know that their mother was a side piece. Maybe she was a secretary at the job. He was in charge of that. So all of those things that happen to them in the mind, mentally, he has a huge impact on them as an adult and into their dating world, the drama, loving of the drama, that whole gaslighting nonstop all day, every day. And and we're talking about boys and girls. We're talking about men and women who will be able to take part of this organization where we teach you how to clean your clothes, cook for yourself, clean, and therapy on figuring out why you're in this predicament, why you don't get up until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. You know, all these learned behaviors that your mom did for you. Then there's going to be a huge thing about just learning to forgive your parents, learning to forgive your mother, learning to forgive your father so that you can move on. So it's tons of learning how to forgive your parents so that you can be the better child that you could ever even imagine. So
that can be useful, that can be helpful.
You know, so I wanna get that thing up and running, up and popping, you know, and there's just so much doubt that these young adults go through in their regular everyday life because they don't see themselves as ever being like number one kind of a thing. So there's
the children of side pieces.
The children of the side piece. So that's why I call it love child. Because a lot of women will have a man's baby just because that's just her love child. She knows he has a wife. She knows he has a family. She knows he can never participate. She won't even put him on child support. She won't even get him for any money. She's just happy to, you know, give birth to this man's child. She'll pedestalize the man, and even to the children. She's not going to be like the parent. You see, most parents that abuse their children verbally are women that were with the man. And then this is when they be like, your daddy ain't S. Your daddy ain't never gonna be nothing. You just like your father. You know, they belittle the man. But the children of the side piece, most of those children of the side pieces, their men are being put on pedestals. So there's this psychological damage that are happening to these children by the mother forgiving the father at all turns. Every time he's late, every time he doesn't show up, every time he lies, every time the door closes and mommy's in there doing what she's doing, and the kids don't even have the kids are still in the house and he don't even care, and the mothers are constantly forgiving him and pedestalizing that father. Massive damage is being done. That's what the therapy will provide. It'd be a true study in an avant-garde, not avant-garde way, but in a non-traditional way. A non-traditional way to therapy will be being pushed. I think I'm on to something with that. I've been thinking about this for years. Because trust me, I used to date a ton of chicks that was products of side piece. They like their mothers were like dealing with diplomats from other parts of the world. You know what I mean? And they're having their baby like, who's your father? Well, I only see him 4 times in the last like 10 years because he's like,
So maybe you have to just sell it differently, as in in order to get funding, like sell that strictly a therapy things for single parents.
So you think pointing out that this is a place for
that just for side pieces? Yeah, yes. That'd be because nonprofit, you need federal funding or something like that in order to stay afloat or somewhere. Just like
yeah.
But
and you think the feds would be like, whoa?
Yeah, I mean, I think the government. I don't think the government would fund that specifically for that. Like, I think they would. I don't know. I think they'd find.
Nick, you better tell me more than you don't know. You better know something. You telling me they ain't gonna give me no money.
I mean, think about pitching that in order to get your nonprofit. Think about the pitch to me. Since I know you, I can understand that where you're coming from. But if you're saying that so you're selling resources, you're gonna sell resources. We're gonna have to have either a point person to learn to be able to teach laundry. So we're gonna need people who know how to teach and know how to do laundry. So you're gonna need teachers to teach laundry classes, child rearing, and a licensed therapist, and what else you need? But you're gonna need government to foot that bill in order for it, and then they're gonna need somebody to take interventionist services, because you don't get the moms who need that extra help or something. So you gonna help them to get separated, or like, are you gonna be in contact with child protective services in case you find out from the mom? She have black and white. I'm losing all the.
So you think that it would be at a disadvantage to say we're looking exclusively. So if someone came over, some young lady walks over and she's like, what is this place? I've been seeing this Love Child's place. What is this? And we go, well, we're a place that you can come and you can learn some of the basics and home rearing and bringing things back to kind of like basics and understanding the importance of simplicity in the home, and it doesn't have to be extravagant. And we provide therapy for young men and women who might possibly have a father who is a little more absent than they would like, and the damages that could have caused. And then she's gonna be like, yeah, I don't even know who my father is. And then we're like, okay, so maybe that's good. And then we find out that her father died in a car wreck, and her mother was married to him. We then say, sorry.
That's a little too much.
You don't belong here, love. We gotta fire you into the spot. I mean, I don't know. So
But but don't listen to me. I don't know anything about anything.
You won't discourage me, so it's all good. I think that there's a lot of rooms for people who are thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Is this a Martin Lawrence Rent-a-Spoons? I don't think so.
What's that reference you had?
Because in the TV show Martin, one of his friends would come. They were like brainstorming great ideas to do, and his thing was, instead of selling them food, we'll rent them spoons. You know, and the place would be called Rent-a-Spoons. So I don't know if I'm kicking the Rent-a-Spoons jargon for the love child.
What are these like birds taking their positions for?
I don't know. It looks like they're all in black, so they're part of some working team structure.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh, and there's these
maybe they're family.
Yeah. But I think the idea is solid. Am I patronizing you?
No, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I mean, whatever. You know, if you are allowed to change your mind as time goes by.
I took your bad week, and then I shit on you a good idea.
Dude, this is an idea I've had for a very long time, so it's okay. I just know there's a lot of side pieces that are suffering because they think that their mothers they just hate their mothers so much, and yet they still need their mothers, you know, for financial support, babysitting, whatever it is, you know. So I think the place would be full to the raptures. I think the place would definitely be packed with people understanding that.
Also, you don't need a woman as your front person.
A woman?
You're gonna need a woman as your front person.
I'm open to that. I want a woman who's dedicated and who's gonna dedicate their life to my dreams. Like they got you, Ulric, dedicating your life to the dreams of.
Not dedicating my life. But I can't see this as great, but I'm definitely not dedicating my life to it.
Right. All right. Premium Black News is fire. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Even though we're going through all these
Home
changes.
economics, right. Yeah. Home economics.
Now, it's funny. I've only seen home ec, wood shop, and shit like that on TV. In New York City, we never took those classes.
Well, that's what the what I call the place?
The side pieces anonymous?
No. It's called Love Child.
Love Childs.
That's what Love Child's gonna bring. You know how many people? You know, my mother used to own a cleaning business, so it's through my mom that I learned that people don't even know how to clean.
And
people don't know how to clean. You go to some people's houses that are clean. Yeah, let's move the refrigerator. Let's move the stove. Let's move the garbage can. Just the garbage can. Let's move the garbage can from right here to right here. Whoa, you forgot.
That's true.
People need to learn how to sweep around everything. They need to learn how to pull things away and then push things back. And it'll keep your mind. You see, my theory is that the most zenful time you can have is washing dishes, is folding laundry.
Oh, cleaning, cleaning, I do have a big piece about myself when I'm doing stuff. Washing dishes, but cleaning, like when there's shit in places and I'm moving them to the correct place, I feel like a next level catharsis.
Right.
Like actually, that's probably among the most peaceful time that I experience.
Hence,
is when I'm cleaning
my
stuff
whole
up.
entire program. It's basically showing monotony as a good thing. Washing the dishes is like a great thing because now I got a chance to just zone out and just be in the moment.
No, that just sparked another business or another side of business, cathartic cleanup. Part of the therapy would be they just a messy room. Now fix it, and then you walk out the room and you come out and say, "How do you feel? How do you feel now?
How do you feel now?"
That's you.
You see, no man is an island. That's why the what's it called table? The conference table is round, so we can all bounce ideas off each other. You know, so yeah, I'm with that. So I sent you. I'm sure I sent you
Send
some
me
stuff.
a bunch of stuff. You sent me stuff coming out the wazoo.
So let's play it something. Let's play something. Let's discuss it. Let's get the. This is the show, y'all. Is it sloppy? So what?
Hey, look, I'm still here for it. I'm not gonna DB you. I think I have fun just to him shake.
Wow.
He's not even here to bully him. See, I never played the doc like that. Oh, all right. Let's go do your stuff. I miss you, DB, though, for real. You're a cool person. All right, so there's this lady. So yeah, there's a lot here, all the way from last Wednesday. So first thing we have Jackaroy. Who's this person? I remember this lady's face.
Just play it.
All right.
We start with head.
This is a good one.
In the morning, every fucking morning. This is not too much. I know you can do it. You want to make sure that when your man leaves the house.
Are you starting from the beginning?
No, I'm trying. I have to. What's it called? I'm trying to. I gotta exit and start over.
This is our girl Melanie. Is that her name, Melanie?
It says Jack Roy Vegas. So.
Yeah, but that's just a person who put out the short. This is
because since I'm not an Instagram app, so it only gives a preview, so that's why it's hard for me to back up and stuff like that. So all right, so
we have a woman that's going to tell men. No, there's a woman who's going to tell women how to keep a man happy or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So let's just play it and just put it down over there. Don't even have to show it.
Man, so you will never leave. We start with head. In the morning, every fucking morning. This is not too much. I know you can do it. You want to make sure that when your man leaves the house, he's stress-free because you know he's going out in the world and we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. So his stress level needs to be very low. Before he leaves, make sure you cook him some breakfast. It's not difficult. It's fucking breakfast. Once he's out in the world, make sure you're not calling him all day. This motherfucker trying to make some money for you, leave him alone. While he's at work, trying to go do something. Go work out, clean the house, make sure dinner is gonna be ready when he gets home. Make sure, if he gives you some money, you might try to invest it and bring him back double once he get home. Make sure he has a blunt ready. And make sure the blunt is not filled with mid. It needs to be loud like me. Also, let him play his video games. Don't assume he wants to watch a fucking movie with you. Matter of fact, surprise him. Update his 2K, his Call of Duty, map pack, everything needs to be ready. Take him out sometimes and pay for it. Buy him gifts and show your appreciation for all he does for you. Don't nag, don't talk back. Ask him if he needs anything. Venting, a massage, silence because you bitches be talking too much. Maybe he needs that. Gas him up. Make him feel like you don't see any other man. Zero. And that he's the best you've ever had. Be his biggest cheerleader. Be supportive. Don't crush his dreams. Don't.
Yeah, I think it just ended on that. That's it
Right.
just stops there.
So here, let me play it.
No, but it just stopped there. What I'm saying, that was the end of the video.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it again, and we're just gonna pause it in between. I just want to have.
Only because it's not that. It's hard to pause. It makes it.
It doesn't. You don't have the app.
No, I'm not on Instagram.
You're not an Instagram person. Okay, that makes sense. Well,
All right, but I remember a lot of stuff she said.
Well, the greatest part she said was in the mornings.
First of all, let me. And this is a truly honest statement. Part of the reason my old relationship lasted so long is because she used to blow me all the time. There is no way our relationship would have lasted so long if she didn't blow me so often.
That was a good
And that's
woman.
not shade.
That was a good woman you had,
No?
man. That was a good woman, man.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Elvis.
Yeah, that was a good woman.
But yeah, I mean, listen, that didn't last for, into, was it year 4 or something like that? That went out the window.
By year 4, she's still down?
Yeah, we only, because we lasted 6. Year 4, she definitely slowed down. Like, she used to do, like, it was around the time, like, not too, the last year in New York going into the first year of Austin.
Right.
Yeah, slowed way down. I mean, no, she didn't slow.
When you say slow way down, what are you talking about in a 7-day period?
Well, maybe twice.
That's still good.
Yeah.
Twice a week. What was it before that? 4 times a week?
I don't remember. I just remember being spoiled. I remember feeling spoiled.
Nice.
Like, I didn't even want it all the time, but it was just always nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Now I'm starting to look, but I wonder if that was a trick. I wonder if she read that somewhere.
No. Women that do that want to do that.
Hmm?
Women that do that want to do that. And when they don't want to do that, they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So, she also talked about cooking him something in the morning.
No. So I stopped at one thing for a reason. All that other stuff, no. The blunt rolling, would happen.
When you come back home, have a blunt ready for you.
No, not consistently. And sometimes I would like ask her to like roll something or something like that. But she would do it every time I told her to.
But what if she just had it ready for you?
That was rare. That was rare.
Wouldn't that be great?
No, of course that'd be ideal. But that wasn't her. But I'm saying that's all.
What about the Yeah, let's forget about your ex. Let's just talk about now this invisible.
The qualities.
Yeah. Let's just talk about this invisible woman that's in your life.
Yo, I don't trust a woman that's too accommodating though. The woman that she's describing. I'd be suspicious.
Are you serious?
I'd be suspicious.
Why would you be suspicious? So you're saying you got a woman who wakes you up to one of those things?
Because women are naturally, there's some part about you has to annoy the shit out of me. Otherwise, I don't believe you. Something a part of you has to annoy me.
No, man, that's not what. Something has to bother you. In order for you to think this is right, this is good. No.
Okay, let me step back. Let me rephrase it. So in my experience, there's always something. Because all right, I don't love my love. I guess love doesn't happen because it happens despite. Meaning, there's something about them that is bothersome to me. But no matter what, I don't want to run away. Does that make sense?
There's something about them that
that's
what
shows me.
What I don't want to run.
That's
away.
what shows me that I have stronger feelings for them when they have a quality that's maybe would annoy the crap out of me with someone else, but something about that is tolerable with them.
All right, but let's go through this.
Yeah.
You're waking up every day to fellatio, and after the fellatio, you have some eggs, sausage, whatever. Maybe it could just be coffee. Some people just want the coffee and one piece of toast to go. It could be that. Then she's saying that while you're gone throughout the day, she's not calling you. She is in the house cleaning and taking some of the money that you've given her and try to figure out a way to make a little bit more money. And then when you get home, she has your video games ready for you to play and a blunt with that loud in there.
First off, one, I quit video games, by the way. So let's back up.
Well, let's just talk about the guy with the video games.
All right.
Okay, I'm not a video game guy. I'm not a video game guy.
All right.
You wanted to explain why you don't do video games?
No,
sure.
no, not the video games part.
So now you got a guy. He's getting all this done. She's obviously not working. Let's just put that there. This is a woman who's not going to a job.
Yeah.
So she left that out, where we're talking about a woman who doesn't have to work. Because maybe if a woman had to work, that wouldn't happen to you every morning, but maybe once a week, twice a week. And the video games, and then she said sometimes you just have to be quiet and there's nothing to talk about. Let them just get a silence in the house, availability to play this video game. I personally think this woman is on to something tremendous. If we could push this with other women, like this is the kind of stuff that you always hear that Hispanic women are told by their mothers. that you make sure you keep sucking him down. You keep going down on him, you know. And when he get mad, real pissed off, you go down on him. And he'll, you know, if he's mad at you, he angry at you, you go down on him, girl. If he's yeah.
But aren't those the same stereotypes that the Hispanic women, like, you know, they cater to their man? They have that the stereotype of them being overreacting to little things and being destructive. But that you see that, but you see how that caveat exists even with the ideal you're speaking of. So you're speaking of an ideal there with the how Hispanic women, how you believe them to be. And we're talking about, and you agree with that they're common with that high emotionality, that high, very reactive. So
right.
with that kind of caring and catering, there's going to be attached to it.
No, I do understand that. That's one of the reasons why I'm not into Hispanic women, like especially Puerto Rican women. Puerto Rican women, it's like, God forbid you don't sleep with them for 7 hours. There's like an issue. Who are you sleeping with? But like, whoa, I just slept with you 7 hours ago. Come on, let's slow down. So it's not all about the sex. It's definitely all about my attitude is like, there's a promoting that's not happening of this. What this woman is telling other women to do, there's no promoting of this.
Okay, I see.
So my attitude is, yeah, you're gonna get the girl who's gonna go down on you all day, but then she's gonna be calling you, stressing you out, where are you, who you with, and they're hitting you with all that, you know,
But you can't promote perfection, you know. That's you promote.
Is this promoting perfection?
Yeah, because you're talking about a woman who has all these great qualities that she was speaking about, but nothing bad that goes along with it. So, and what I said, why I realize I love anybody or might love somebody is because there is some quality that annoys the crap out of me, but something still makes you not want to leave them. Now, if they only had that good quality, I would be in a constant state of discomfort, because specifically, I would feel like if someone was treating me that nice and being that comfortable, like in that way, I'd feel like sometime once that, because what you're doing is you're making me. You're making me feel, I guess, you make me not feel my own weight, right? So I don't feel how
you're making me not feel my own. But she's a stay-at-home mother.
No,
I mean, she's a stay-at-home girlfriend or something.
No, what I mean by feeling my own weight, I'm not feeling. So since I'm not feeling any stress when I come home or anything like that, and it's all good. Once that, I'm gonna become dependent on that comfort. So if that comfort was to leave me, I would be in a place of just, ooh, what the heck? I was so used to.
Which proves that her submitting to you like that actually gives her massive power.
Yeah, exactly. But that's so you're by disagreeing. You disagree, but you understand my point.
I understand your fear.
All right.
I understand your fear.
But no, my fear is I don't think it's a fear, because I think what you're looking at is unrealistic to the point where it's scary, and it's something that can only be I don't think love will keep you that way, acting that way. But I think ulterior motives will keep you perfect like that, for one, and I think.
Ulterior motive.
I don't think anything can.
Of course, the ulterior motive is the woman keeping the man.
All right, think about this.
You're the prize.
I'll think about this. You know, think about a man who's really caters to a woman, like insanely caters to him to the point where it would be a perfect ideal.
Beta.
Yeah, exactly. Why women don't like that? You know why women don't like that? Because they don't trust a man like that. They don't trust a man like that.
A woman don't trust a man that gives her everything?
Yeah, that's why they're not attracted to them.
Women are not attracted to a man that does what? When you say gives them everything, what's that?
Caters to them. The same way you're talking about the ideals, same way a woman, do you come home
but
and
I don't
listen
think
to
a man should cater to a woman.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm talking about where I'm talking about a human being's trust level with somebody, and somebody who's completely subservient to them. You understand?
There has to be
a
name for what you're discussing. This is toxicity. This is toxic.
No.
This is someone who is used to toxic and
No,
being
no, no.
normal.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about toxic. It's not that toxic behaviors. I'm talking about little quirks. Having little quirks is you being too talkative or something like that. If she doesn't have no quirks and she only lives based on what I want, I'd be like, what is this woman's deal? You understand? It's not that I expect bad misbehavior. I'm not looking for misbehavior. I'm not looking for a woman to have the audacity to curse me out in public. I'm not looking for a woman
that cannot happen.
I'm not talking to that extent. A woman.
I don't think you are. I think toxicity doesn't have to be a woman cursing you on the street. Toxicity could be just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I mean, wait. I don't even know what you mean by that. What are you talking about?
Do you know the terminology "waiting for the other shoe to drop"?
Yeah, I don't know. Waiting for the other shoe shop is waiting. You're like, say you're planning for something. You're looking towards something in the future.
You're anticipating.
You're waiting
something
for
bad
some
is
steps.
going to happen.
No, that's not what that waiting for the shoe drop. That's a different.
So waiting for the other shoe to drop doesn't mean that we're in limbo. In this,
yeah, that does mean you're in limbo. It doesn't mean you're in limbo waiting for nothing. It's not necessarily waiting for something bad to happen.
Well, I'm saying you're in limbo waiting for something bad. I told you we need to we find a word for this mentality that you're dealing with.
No, I'm not waiting for the. All right, I think you're thinking. I'm just thinking of something, a negative quality.
Dude,
I'm just looking for a quality that makes you a human.
You can find a woman.
I'm waiting for a quality
that blows you in the morning and has your coffee and toast the way you like it.
Yeah, but that kind of discipline.
And then don't call you throughout the day. And then when you get home, she got the blunt waiting for you in your video games. And it's not even video games. I'm not even into video games. I'm just talking about this hypothetical guy. If he then is now nervous because she's putting him on a pedestal, then I question this dude.
I'm not. My ex used to put me on a pedestal. That's not what I'm saying. Regardless of how rude she acted, she still she revered me in a certain way. But I'm not talking about not every girl I've dated to an extent put me on some kind of pedestal. I'm talking about to have the discipline to be that catering, and that's alien to me. That's alien to me. So it wouldn't even even the sweetest, most giving, most beautiful people I met comes with their caveats. That something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So having someone who doesn't have any of that, that's not. Come on. Look, time out. All right, everyone talk LJ, but LJ seems like an amazing, ideal wife. But she has still some stuff that bothers you, probably stuff that takes you up. But if some of that stuff is what makes her a person. I'm not saying it's good behavior. It's behavior that's perpetuated, and it's not behavior that should be checked. But if you're not even seeing that behavior creep up where you have to check it, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? You have to give me something to check. I know that sounds.
I don't check for anything.
Not to check, to search, to check and say, don't do that. How you?
Oh, how you mean? You mean just checking your woman?
Yes, they have to do. You're not a man if you don't. They don't. If they don't give you something to check, that's what I'm saying. You're talking about someone who doesn't give you something to check. That's odd. I wouldn't even feel like a human. It's like I'm dating a doll. Or like
but this woman, this hypothetical woman that's doing these morning.
That's a Stepford wife. You described a Stepford wife. That's what you described.
I don't look at her as perfect. You know why? Let me see. The first thing I thought of when they said, now she's going to the money you give her, she's going to try to flip, right? So my attitude is like, who's she going to be around when she flips that money? That would be probably a problem in the relationship. Like, why are you always around these people? I don't like you around these certain people. She's like, well, baby, it's because I'm around these people that allow me to bring back, $20 a day on top of whatever you're giving me. So it could be a conflict like that.
So if that, I'm saying that has to exist. Yeah, so I'm saying if that doesn't, what she described.
I never looked at her as a perfect woman.
But that's what she described just now. That's the whole thing that she described.
See, I didn't see her as perfect. I saw her as duty driven.
But you're talking about her not ever getting bothered.
I still see other women. You see this woman that's being described here. I can see every woman being that woman. they, with their flaws and with their drama and with their attitudes, my thing
If every
is,
woman is a
it's
good
not
woman,
being
there's no
promoted.
good women.
It's not
If
being
every woman
promoted.
is a good woman, this would you don't. There has to be. If there's everybody's a good woman, there are no good women.
No, not everybody being a good woman. Everybody having the ability to recognize the power in what this would bring into the relationship, and it's not being promoted.
So okay, so all right, I do agree with you. Like the dutiful wives are the kind of outdated to people for some reason. I agree. I want a dutiful wife. I want. But what she described, that's just next. That's not dutiful. A dutiful wife. All right. So how I described whatever dutiful wife I had. A woman who does blow me regularly, right? A woman who takes care of my kids and is not resentful at taking care of my kids. All right? A woman who can control her explosive anger. In other words, a woman who can get upset, but a woman who doesn't get upset to the point where she's actually being wild and physical or causing actually consequences, threatens to call the cops on you or some and crazy stuff like that. So what I'm saying is I have ideals but she presented something that was abnormal, was unreal. But I have certain duties I want. It's not like I don't want toxicity.
You don't want conflict.
I don't look for conflict.
But you're saying that this might be a little over the top.
Yes.
I disagree. I think this is beautiful. I have a tear in my eye thinking about this woman. Or this man who's receiving this from this woman. And who is this guy? Who is the guy who's providing this woman with this opportunity to have time where she's not getting, because a lot of times women are getting up and getting dressed to go to work too. And y'all both over here fighting to spit in the sink. There's a reason why they built 2 sinks. That his and her sink is because y'all both fucking up at the same time, getting ready for work. I just kind of thought of that just now, but
that was good.
That was pretty good.
I want a woman with her life too, even if her life means my kids.
What do you mean?
No, I don't mean going out and party. I mean her. Like she got to have like a friend or two, man, just to talk to, so she's not telling me all the goofy stuff that has to do with her.
Right.
Some kind of outlet at even if it's a sister or something. Someone. So when you don't know how. And my mother's like that. How her whole life revolves around me to an extent. Even though she got another daughter, and that is not something I like. I've witnessed a woman who would be that good to you, that catering. I hate it. It's overbearing. I wish it's overbearing to me. My personality.
No, but she's not overbearing because she's the woman who's not even calling you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
That's still weird. I don't want to come in all quiet, all docile with a plate of food. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why does she
have to be docile?
Because that's what she described. That's what she described.
That's what you envisioned.
That exactly what she. All right. That's fair enough. Fair enough. I did envision that from what she described.
Right.
But she described that. I mean, how else would he see it? That a woman. She's talking about a woman who doesn't bother you and then does things that you need. So if you don't bother me when you come in and give me, God, make a smart comment once in a while. Jeez, you need to know you're alive in there.
I think more women need to have this discussion because it'll definitely help with a relationship.
Yeah, I think women need to work towards that rather than wherever they are now. I think that's an end of the spectrum, and the crazy feminist independent we don't need no man's another end. Right. I don't need them to get all the way there, but I agree with you that moving there is healthier than moving the other way.
Right.
But not. All right. I wasn't disagreeing with that. I'm talking about where she landed. Where she landed was too much.
Well, let's go to the next one. See what's the other one I sent you.
It was good.
Ulric wants his wife to look down at him. Wait, no, let me see that
Who
again.
said that?
This is Ricardo Emmanuel. I think Ulric wants his wife to look down at him. Look down at his feet whenever she talks to him.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe I said that. That's how kids talk.
What?
Yo, one time I said that to one time my ex was looking away from me. Can you look at me when I'm talking to you? I'm talking. Look at me when I'm talking.
You told that to her.
Yeah. So look at me when I'm talking. So I do sometimes direct where their eyes go, but I don't tell them to look down at the floor.
No. They're saying that you look down at the floor. Ulric wants his wife
he wants his wife to look down at his feet.
To look down
no,
at
how do you get to see? I don't even know how you got that from me.
Oh, no. No woman on earth is going to do all that stuff. That's Christopher Perkins. No woman on earth is going to do all that stuff. You must use the correct... I can't even see that. Christopher Perkins says, you must use the correct... What is this right here? Looks like
you must use the correct articulation.
Articulation.
Who didn't use the correct articulation?
I don't know.
Oh, and I just realized I missed like some work text too. Who cares? All right. Let's see what we got here.
Even if you want to have a career, we have to start demanding more out of men, because until the majority of women demand more out of men, there's always going to be a gap in the women who are being treated well and the women who are not. And also, before the girls come in the comments talking about, oh my God, I'm not going to base my life off of being desirable to a man. Y'all love being desirable to men. I know y'all do, because I see y'all in these bars buying these men shots, sleeping with men for free, doing all types of stuff for these men. Baby, these women love being desirable to men. So let's do it well. Let's play the game well. And let's discuss how we can put our minds together. Y'all want to act like y'all don't like men so bad. Y'all love them. Okay?
I'm upset I even gave this any time and attention.
Even if you want to have a career, we have to start demanding more out of men, because until the majority of women demand more out of men, there's always going to be a gap in the women who are being treated well and the women who are not. And also, before the girls come in the comments talking about, oh my God, I'm not going to base my life off of being desirable to a man. Y'all love being desirable to men. I know y'all do, because I see y'all in these bars buying these men shots, sleeping with men for free, doing all types of stuff for these men. Baby, these women love being desirable to men. So let's do it well. Let's play the game well. And let's discuss how we can put our minds together. Y'all want to act like y'all don't like men so bad. Y'all love them. Okay?
I'm upset I even gave this any time and attention.
Okay. What are your thoughts on this woman?
She's a monster. She's an animal.
She's an animal.
She's an animal.
You know, I actually went to her TikTok and listened to a bunch of her stuff. It's total word salad. It's totally someone who's just popping a pill, some kind of Xanax, and then they just start talking. And I say that allegedly. And they just start talking.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Like, and that's part of the animal thing I was referencing. She's literally she's making sounds.
I love the reference when you said animal,
she's making
because
sounds.
I've heard her TikTok and she's out of control. She's talking about how women need to stop falling for this trap that men are the prize, and that women now, because right now there's a big movement going on that men are the prize right now. So women are now buying men shots and buying men drinks, but these are women that are only buying men drinks and shots if your key, you got to have a Ferrari on your key. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have a Benz mark on your key. You have to have a Lamborghini mark on your key. So these women gonna now pretend that they into you and buy you a, no, I could buy you a drink, or let me send him a drink. So there is a little shift going where women are like, instead of me standing here trying to look cute and send that energy towards him, and if once he gets the energy, he'll come to me. If he don't come to me, then fuck him. Women are like, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's the man I like. Look at his watch, look at his shoes, look at his socks, look at his shirt, look at his keys, look at his fingernails, look at his nose, look at his ears. They figuring out, oh, look at his teeth. They're like, okay, they're putting all that shit together and they're going, bartender, give him a drink with me. So that's who she's talking about. She's talking about the ratchetest gold digging bitches out there who, and then she's saying sleeping with men for free. Hello?
Yeah.
What men are not getting pussy for free that you buying drinks for? So she's talking, yo, this woman is talking to the most superficial subculture that's out there. She's talking about the bars and the clubs where niggas got a whole table full of bottles and girls are trying to get in VIP, offering to bring a bottle to the table.
Yeah. And this is a woman that clearly, as you saw her picture briefly, she clearly hides herself because I don't really know what she looks like. She has fake contact.
Wow.
She has color contact lenses.
Wow. Yo, I hit the comment section. You know, that's what I said in the comment section. If you went to the comment section of this video, it says I tried my hardest to pay attention to what she's saying, but I couldn't get past the fact that she had those things in her eyes.
Yeah.
That the Instagram filters have the women's eyes all shiny.
I thought those were color contacts.
Yeah,
too.
no, they were like color, but it looks
yeah.
like color contacts, but it's a filter. It's an actual filter that follows your eyes. It gives you the sparkly looking thing, and it's just.
She just looks like she looks like a dude, kind of.
It's so crazy how those women have so much hatred for themselves.
Yeah,
they hate their eye, they hate their hair, they hate their eyes, they hate everything, and they're doing all this crap to disguise it when men don't even care about that shit.
They think it's she's so backwards. She thinks what she's portraying is self-confidence when she's showing like the direct opposite.
Right.
She's hiding herself. She thinks she's doing herself up. Oh, I can do this, I'm this.
Right.
But she doesn't want anybody to know what she looks like because she's embarrassed by it. And she actually did make me a little like upset when I can't even hear these anymore. Because if she's gonna say something to insulting like that, it can be coherent. Somebody, the word salad was the exact thing she was talking about. She jumped from point. She would get an F. I was thinking of even a teacher. She would get. She didn't make any. She didn't have a coherent paragraph or sentence. She'd get an F for that. Right. She doesn't, and she's like.
And I gave her the benefit of the doubt and went to her TikTok. Oh, it was horrible. It was like, why am I? And then she has tons of stuff that we could use just.
How's her body?
No, she has everything.
Oh, can we just crap on her like as a series? Because she's really, really unlikable.
Yeah. It'll be really. If we could
like
do
a premium black news, like a segment in there, like because I would think a lot of women triggered me the same way she did, especially because she was hiding. That triggered me more somehow.
Right.
It's like you're lying to my face. You're not confident like the way you're portraying. You're lying to me.
You're not confident.
Yeah.
You're insecure, and you're talking shit.
Wow, I actually got you. That's shocking.
Let's try the next one that I sent. See what comes out.
You're really on this meninist tip.
Yeah, men are very sensitive because in being the giver, you are completely dependent on the receiver to make what you give valid. So if the woman does not appreciate or accept what he's giving and makes conditions like, don't give me that, give me something else, or don't give it this way, give it some other way, it frustrates the masculine instinct of the man, and they withdraw and just give up. What women need to know about men is that men are very sensitive because in being the giver, you are completely dependent on the receiver to make what you give valid. So if the woman does not appreciate or accept what he's giving and makes conditions like, don't give me that, give me something else, or don't give it this way, give it some other way, it frustrates the masculine instinct of the man, and they withdraw and just give up. What women need to know about men.
That's okay. Yo,
men are very sensitive.
I 1000% agree with this guy.
Tell me why.
I can
maybe you should play it again, because people need to hear it twice.
That was the third. No, that was it played 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, I think he talks in the same monotone.
Focus then on that.
All right, give it.
What women need to know about men is that men are very sensitive because in being the giver, you are completely dependent on the receiver to make what you give valid. So if the woman does not appreciate or accept what he's giving and makes conditions like, don't give me that, give me something else, or don't give it this way, give it some other way, it frustrates the masculine instinct of the man, and they withdraw and just give up. Women need to know about men.
Let me try to
withdraw. Yeah, go ahead.
let me try to synthesize or something like that. So the first part, when they say men are sensitive as the person, the provider, and something like that, the protector, the provider, who's supposed to, you're supposed to be something, the giver. You're supposed, as somebody like think of it as giving a gift to somebody, and dealing with somebody who's not appreciative of it. And not only are they not appreciative, they tell you about the gifts that they haven't got from you, even though you gave them this gift. And then they're saying, and she's saying, since men are, unlike women are naturally seen as the sensitive ones because they cry a lot and they complain a lot and they feel pain a lot and stuff like that. I think women, I always thought men are more sensitive than women. Women aren't like sensitive or like compassionate. I think they're just more compelled. I think they're more irritated by sad things or things that bother them. They're unaccepting about things that are sad, so they might be more reactive towards it. I don't think a woman runs to a child because she feels its pain. I think a woman runs to a child because she's tired of it crying. Does that make any sense? And that's how. And this may be because when I'm hurt or when I'm bothered, I don't even engage. And he's right. I withdraw completely. If I'm really mad, I don't talk. You won't hear like a word from me. But women, when they're mad, they talk all the time. If it's they express their anger. I guess.
They verbalize it. We're back.
Yeah, disappeared for a while. I wonder if that was the algorithm thinking we were saying something too hot for TV, or YouTube TV.
About men being sensitive, don't give yourself too much credit.
No, the guy. I'm agreeing with the guy. I agree with the sensitivity.
That men are very sensitive.
But it just manifests differently, so people believe that women are more sensitive. And it's easier to communicate sensitivity as a way of crying or being emotional or naggy, rather than to be withdrawn. And it's more profound when men are hurt. I don't know if you're saying. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm speaking.
Men are sensitive, and I thought about what he said about like if let's say you bring a woman flowers, and a woman tells you, "Oh, thanks, but my favorite flower is," like I remember I've given a woman roses, and she tells me, "Thanks for the roses, but my favorite flowers are the daisy."
That's the last time you're getting a flower from me.
You see? Because you're so damn sensitive.
Yeah,
so sensitive.
exactly.
So that's exactly what he's saying.
He's right. So I agree. I agree with him.
So that's exactly what he's saying.
That's why I said I agree.
And they withdraw and they all that. Whereas for me, the next time I give her flowers, I'll make sure they'll be daisy.
Shit. No. Because how could how could you have such a it's proving the lack of compassion. Your example proves the lack of compassion. Because think about a person not taking into account that you went and got something for them, yet they feel the need to tell you that you let them down or you didn't do what was apt, and them not having the compassion to even think through that. If a woman makes me food that's nasty, I won't shit on it. I'd eat it. Right. I won't call it nasty.
Right.
I'd suck it up. If they pressed me, I might say the meanest thing. Well, maybe, but I wouldn't outwardly shit on it because I would be compassionate towards their feelings in terms of that. The only time I'm ever meaner to women is when I'm checking them because they did something. It's more of a principle thing than a meanness thing.
So their argument could be, "Ulric, stop being so sensitive."
No, but that's fine. That the sensitivity aligns with my faith with how Jesus is and how stuff like that. So fine, let me be sensitive. I'm fine with that.
Is this a reference to when Jesus turned over the tables? He got angry. He was sensitive.
No. I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm saying that I'm comparing myself to Jesus. First, that's blasphemy. I don't mean to compare myself to Jesus, but I say, if you're comparing yourself to some kind of man or some kind of ideal. The
Right.
ideal man to people is a sensitive guy. Is a really sensitive, compassionate man.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know.
All right, let's go to the next one. I think that was good. I think my flower analogy kind of nipped that in the bud really well. So
That was a good analogy.
that actually happened to me before.
That did?
Yeah, that actually happened, and I made sure the next time I brought in daisies, and I didn't get offended by it.
See, you sound like a beta with that nonsense. You sound like a beta with that. See, that would just be absolutely unacceptable. I even got a twitch like, how dare she? All right, that was actually one of the last video.
That was the only video?
Yeah, from last week. She sent. Yeah.
What about this week? I didn't send you.
No,
anything?
that's what I mean. These are the videos from this. The other ones were on the other show. I can. Let me see September. Maybe September 4th is.
Do you know anything that's going on in Hawaii?
Wait, I did know something that was going on.
Do you know anything that's going on in Canada?
Wait. I definitely did. I feel like I talked about it, but I completely forgot what it was. I talked about it. I even mentioned it on the show last week.
There was the fire in Maui.
Yeah, but there was something surrounding that. I know about the fire in Maui.
Okay.
What was there was something going on that was not up to snuff, and it was political.
Well, I know the president said that we're going to be laser focused on trying to figure this out. After the fires, we're going to be laser focused.
Yeah.
And the rumor is that there was lasers spotted just burning everything down.
Oh, no, I don't know anything about that.
Says, I promise to be laser focused on figuring this out.
No, I know nothing about that. But I did.
Oh, this is my kids. They're going to have to call mom.
But I did find something that we haven't done yet.
Ladies of NYC, be fucking aware. This man is out here on Tinder and Hinge, and he will steal from you. So this is a story about how that fucker stole my Mary Jane tabbies that my father bought for me as a birthday gift. Okay, so how it all happened. So I'm walking around Soho, and I see this really cute guy, and we cross paths, we just lock eyes, and that's really it. Fast forward in the evening, I get a message on Tinder, and it's from the guy, and he's like, hey, did I see you downtown? I didn't know we matched on Tinder before, but guess we did. We start chatting, and then we ended up going out for drinks. We get drinks, and everything seems like cool, and like he seems like a nice guy, and like someone I would probably just hang out with for like a little fling and just like sleep with. After the day, he's pretty persistent about like seeing me again and hanging out. Okay, fast forward, we hang out again, he comes over, and we sleep together. Before we sleep together, we're like chatting about like fashion and stuff, and he's like really wants tabbies, and like I'm like, oh yeah, I have some tabbies, and like he's like, oh, I really want the boots. Okay, so then fast forward to the morning, we have sex again. Then I get up, I go and I brush my teeth, I come back, he's putting his clothes on, and we chat a little bit more. So now we're chatting, and he's like, oh, can I show you this playlist on Spotify? I feel like you really like it. And I'm like, okay, sure. He doesn't have Spotify. We've already discussed this. So I give him my phone to go on Spotify to look it up. I open my phone and everything for him. I give him the app to Spotify. He looks it up. So then he gives me back my phone. He's like, I can't find the playlist. I'm just like, okay, it's time to go. And he's like, I'm gonna head out. And I'm like, bye. And he's like, okay, like text me. And I'm like, okay, bye. Hours pass. I'm on my computer. I look over to my shoe rack over here. I have tabby boots up there. We were talking about the tabby boots, and he was like referencing those. He barely glanced at the Mary Janes, okay? I look over there, and they're gone. And I'm like, where are my tabbies? So I do like high and low, look under my bed, look at my suitcase, look at my closet, can't find them anywhere. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna be accusatory. I'm just gonna see if he knows where I put them. I go to Tinder to message him, unmatched, gone. I'm like, oh no, this bitch stole my fucking shoes. So I go, it's fine. We talked on the phone. I'm just gonna go to my call log and find his number. I go to the call log, and he literally deleted the history of the call. So I can't find his number. And I'm like, so when you were on Spotify, you were actually deleting your phone number from my phone. More of the story is don't fuck with this fucker named Joshua on Tinder. He's a dickhead. And if you know who he is, where he lives, or anything about him, fucking let me know because I deserve retribution and I want my fucking shoes back. Okay, so I woke up this morning to the video getting even crazier.
I know it's more.
There's memes, it's on Twitter and everywhere, but update, I got my tabbies back. So, yeah, I ended up getting them back, and I'll tell you guys exactly how. So after, like, finally finding him, he privated his Instagram. I couldn't really communicate with him through that. I, like, reached out to his sister. I reached out to, like, a bunch of people because people were giving me a bunch of information about him. So I was just trying to get in contact with him. He finally calls me 2 hours later after he privated his account and starts to gaslight me and tell me that he didn't steal them and he doesn't know how it happened and what happened, and he's like, that's just out of my character, I would never do that. And like, I started feeling crazy because I'm like, you're real, this man is a psychopath. He was trying to convince me that he didn't steal it. I'm like, tell me what happened. And then he went into saying that he would give me money for it, and that's when I knew he was fucking lying, because he was like, I can give you $500. You know what I do for a living. I'll give you $1,000. And I'm just like, oh, when you're offering money, that means you did it. Like, an innocent person would not give $1,000 if they did not do it. So then the plot thickens, find out he has a girlfriend, and then he gave my tabbies to his girlfriend. I sent him a screenshot of his girlfriend wearing my tabbies, and he's like, and hours later at 3 a.m., I get a text message, and he's like, you caught me. I'll give you back your shoes. Can you take down the video? So this is him, again, gaslighting me, being like, I didn't do anything. Then I sent him this, and then hours later, he's like, got me. That's his girlfriend wearing my shoes, by the way. And like, he thinks this shit is a fucking joke. This is another message he sent to me after. He was literally smiling like the whole fucking time.
Alright, that was a video.
Yeah, there's more to it, but that's basically, let's say there was 5 parts, that's 4 parts out of the 5. And we got a woman here. This is a black woman too.
Why is that relevant?
No, it's well, because it's women wanted equality. Now the black girls are acting like casual sex is just no big deal, when 20 years ago it wasn't like that. It's like now things have changed. These women are on these Tinder apps meeting men that they don't know their last names. They're having sex with these men. They're referring to them as they're okay, just somebody I would have sex with. But they're bringing them into their homes. They're inviting them into their homes, and these men are robbing these women. And the dude stole a pair of $900 tabbies that are basically, they look like Mary Jane's. They look like a Mary Jane shoe.
I don't even know what that means.
A Mary Jane shoe is just a plain black woman's shoe that they slip their foot over. It covers their toes. Then has a little strap, black strap, that goes over their arch area. And then it's just regular in the back. So the heel is regular, no real heel to it, completely flat. These are the same thing, but they just have a split where the toe is. So the toe looks like you have to put 2 toes this way, and then the other 3 toes go that way. So it has like a big split in the middle, and then they have a harder bottom shoe. And they're $900 for these shoes, by the way. So he smashes her. I thought it was interesting how she says, yeah, and then in the morning we had sex again, and then I was like, okay, you gotta go. I found it interesting because this is an attractive man, by the way, and this is a mediocre basic chick. This is a mediocre basic chick who's sleeping with an attractive man who saw her shoes, and he smashed her and stole her shoes, but she still had to get in there that we had sex again in the morning. Like it, to me.
Oh, you thought that was moot point? It was pointless.
It was pointless for her to even mention that she had sex with the guy. She could have just been like, the guy came over, and we had some drinks. He came over. It was cool. We had conversations. And then in the morning, I realized, like right when he left, that I'm missing my shoes. We talked about the shoes, but no, she had to make it. See, this is a basic chick who is with an attractive man that she knows she can't get. So she wants to constantly push that he's attracted to her.
Yeah.
He's still having sex with me despite the fact that he robbed me, and no one else should deal with this person who's obviously attracted to me and wanted me even in the morning when the alcohol wore off. Is what to me, that's what I got from her. We got a woman who wants the world to know that when he was sober, he still had sex with her.
Anybody would do that. A man would bang a pig sober, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not that has
right. Yeah, but I think for her, it was important for her to make sure she told us about all this, how attracted he was to her.
Yeah.
And basically,
she don't understand that aspect though. She actually thinks it's because there's something about her.
Yeah. it was you being available and her paying,
you're available.
and she probably paid for all the drinks. So she paid for the drinks. She was available, and he stole the shoes from her.
Yeah.
By the way,
I don't condone him just taking a chick's shoes after
no,
the bang.
you should
That's
never.
A weird thing
I
to
think
do.
that's
a weird thing.
I think that's totally crazy. What do you think about him being proactive enough to take his number off her phone?
That's a little. All right. I almost don't. I don't believe that part of the story because that just seems like a lie. It does like that he went through the phone just to delete. You can still find somebody through their corresponding. In fact, you probably, if it was a Tinder or something like that, you probably have to link to one of their social medias because he mentioned Instagram or something like that. So it's not that that don't make sense that he went.
So what are you saying, that when you go on Tinder, you linking up to people's social media? I thought you can stop that from being available.
No.
Make
I'm not
private.
saying no. He found them. She said that she found them through like his.
She saw him in Soho. Their eyes locked. Then he reaches out to her and said, "We connect." So the way Tinder works is, if you guys are a match, then you can text each other.
Yeah.
But if you're not a
Tinder
match, if he saw her on Tinder and said, "Hey, I'm the guy who you locked eyes with," that would have not worked. So at some point, they had matched at some point. So he went back to his phone. He's like, "Yo, I remember that chick from Soho. Me and her, we matched last week."
Crazy though.
So he matches with her, but this is one of the few guys that are matching with a lot of women. There's only a small percentage of men that are matching with women, so he's one of those small percentage. He's those guys that everybody complains about that sleeping with everybody. He's he's the 20% of guys. He's tall, dark, and handsome, and he's smashing all the chicks, and he has actual inbox with chicks that he ain't even reach out yet to. So he's a true anomaly,
Why is he stealing their shoes?
and he's a brokey, and he's stealing her shoes because he only knows his worth through sex. Probably one of those guys, and
I feel bad for the guy, but he has a girlfriend though, so he had some kind of.
What about the girlfriend who's wearing the shoes on social media the next day? So he gives her the shoes. She puts them on, and she's taking pictures with them on and posting them on the internet.
I mean, it's funny that he cheated on his girlfriend. But he was thoughtful enough.
He was thoughtful enough to get her a gift. Wow.
That would be like, did he feel guilty? I don't know. That out of everything that's the biggest takeaway I got from this crazy mofo. But I don't know, man. Trust me, I'm not one of those 20% guys who get on.
Are you even on Tinder?
No, I'm not on Tinder.
There you go. So you don't know if you are those guys. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but I was on Tinder before, and I would match with women, but not the best women, not the women you look forward to matching with.
Right. The monsters.
No, not monsters, but I don't. It would take me a week like that to talk. It would be like, I could probably say, "Oh, anybody else messaged me?" Oh, no one's buying. All right, hey, what's up?
He went to her social media, saw those tabbies, and said, "I'm getting my girl some shoes."
Tabbies. I never even heard of these
Yeah, look them up real quick on your phone.
Tabbies. I hate the what's it called? Yo, the most money I ever spent I think I spent like $190 for my ex once for some shoes, and there was some. Why you look? Oh, I thought you were making a smug face at me. But no, I wouldn't.
That's the most you ever spent was 100.
No. The most I ever spent on shoes or like clothing. No. Now, once I got her tickets to Ariana Grande, she was like $500 or something. That's why I didn't go with her, and she went by herself.
Here, baby, I got a gift for you. It's something you're gonna enjoy by yourself.
Yeah, but I did.
Because these are $500. I'm not spending $1,000.
And I don't want to go to a fucking Ariana.
Dang.
But I was, and now I'm singling mad because I was after. So I was waiting for her. I wasn't gonna let her go to Madison. It was like in Madison Square Garden. I was gonna like leave it. So I went to a bar around there. And then I started hanging out with these two bills, and we were just drinking the whole time. I'm chilling the whole time. I was like, oh my, I dropped off. I think they dropped off their son there. I was like, oh, I dropped off my girlfriend there, and we were just.
And you at the bar nearby.
Yeah. All right. So all right. These look like cheap shoes. These look extremely cheap. These are tandems?
Well, they're Mary Janes. They're supposed to look like that. That's a style from like the 40s.
These are.
But look, no, that's the ones. That is the ones because look at the toe. You see the toe has an indentation.
They just look silly.
Look, swipe it this way. There's like 3 more pictures. There we go.
Those look super silly.
All right, let me show the people the tabbies. And they're a nice shoe.
I don't know for nice shoes.
It's fashion, I tell you.
It's fashion.
It's fashion.
I get. He's like, trust me. I know fashion.
It's fashion. I like them a lot, actually.
I don't get them.
Are they worth $900? I don't know. You are appreciated though for tuning into this week's rendition of the Premium Black News.
PBN in the house. No, that's a bad sign off.
Premium Black News. I am Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg.
I'm Ulric.
And you are appreciated, you're loved and respected.